Так, нормально, да, слышно? Че с прической, пацаны? Что это такое? Спасите. Так, все нормально? Что, пацаны, как дела?
The players will take their seat and get ready for this battle.
Oh-ho-ho!
Hello, Hobbit. How are you?
Very good.
I like the hat. Is this, could you explain it to me?
Yeah, it's like Kazakh traditional hat, yes. It's called takia.
Okay, I like it. You're looking good. Now, the last time you guys were on this stage, right? It was a big moment for you guys to reach in and succeed with this roster. What does it feel like to be here right now?
Yeah, I already said that I'm very happy to be here, to play in this game, in front of this amazing crowd, in front of my family. And yeah, I hope it's going to be a big show.
Now, how much improvement have you seen in your team throughout this major so far? Can you see a difference?
I mean, everyone can see the difference. I mean, it's all about chemistry, and we try to create and adapt our play style for everyone. So, of course, we are improving, not fast like we wanted, but still we are improving.
You guys always want more, you always want to do it fast, but we have seen these improvements. But going up against Vitality, it's not been the easiest of games for you, at least on this stage, but you did beat them at the RMR. How's your confidence right now to take them down where it matters most?
I mean, Vitality is one of the best teams in the world. Of course, it's going to be hard to play versus them every time. And it doesn't matter what form they have, what shape they have, especially on crowd here in front of amazing crowd. It's going to be hard, but still, we believe that we can do further.
Okay, let's see if you can. For you, Apex, you've had success in this arena, but you've also had a few days to prepare, to recover. Is everyone at 100% now?
Yes, we are. We are. Group stage has been pretty rough, not gonna lie. But no, we all at 100% and we will show that we are a playoff team.
And when you say show you're a playoff team, you're the last team to win inside the Royal Arena. Do you feel like you have what it takes to do it again?
Of course, it's an arena we know, even though we lost also, me and Zaiwu lost a few years ago against Navi here. But yeah, I think we feel good here and I hope to feel good again.
You got a smile on your face while saying it. Now, if I look at two members of your team in Mezzi and Flames, they don't have that experience here when it comes to the major and being deep in these playoff runs. What did you tell them today to help them get ready? What was that speech looking like?
Well, I will not tell all my secrets, but well, it's just to focus on Counter-Strike and know what we know to do. We played pretty well last year at some tournaments. This year well, and some of them no. But it's all about us and all about the way we're going to enter the game, and just focusing on CS is going to be enough.
And do you think you learned from your mistakes last time against Cloud9?
Well, that was a RML tournament. It's a lot different. Now it's a big game, so we're going to be way more tension for both teams. So we beat them 3 times last year. Why not a 4th time now?
I like it. A lot of confidence as well. Guys, fist bump, shake hands, whatever you want to do. Copenhagen, the teams are ready. But are you? No. Copenhagen, are you ready? That's more like it. Let's kick it off. Vitality taking on Cloud9.
Yeah, thanks a lot, James. Are you ready for this test segment? We've got to bring it now.
I'm ready.
Look, Vitality, we've got to talk about it. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong for them here in Copenhagen. Let's start by talking about Ziwu. Obviously, the talisman. You know, this incredible player, one of the best rookies we saw until Dong just smashed it out the stratosphere. And he came in sick. And it was very, very hard for him. I mean, at one point he said he was even delirious, you know? It was really, really bad. And thanks to Flames, they were dragged through to this stage. Now, we understand Ziwu is back. He's healthy again. He's better. And he's got something to prove. Because I would say, I think, arguably his CV in terms of major playoffs, that kind of thing. I think it's not as strong as it should be for a player of his talents.
And I agree with you. What kind of case could I make against that claim when you're looking at a man of his caliber, which is the best player in the last 5 years of the game? He's going to go down in the history of Counter-Strike as the greatest. I am sure of that. But the truth of the matter is, there's only 3 playoffs appearances for a man like him. 1 trophy, 2 quarterfinal, and a boatload of disappointments. With different lineups, the fresh vitality, mostly majors have been complicated. There's moments, there's 9-11 finishes. So now he's in a space where I would argue there's an immense amount of pressure on his shoulder, because we were all ready to give him a pass for the group stage. It can happen to anybody to be under the weather. It can happen to anybody to have a worse game. But then when you're ZywOo and the expectations are you're the best player in the world, now is the time where the contrast has to hit. You have to punch in the face the whole crowd here in the Roll Arena to prove that you're back to your level. Now you ask about Vitality, I take the flip side of that conversation. I say they prove to themselves that they have the quality from within to win games when he's on average. That is a strong statement to have, and it's a reminder for everybody, for the Flames and the Spinks of the lineup, that you cannot just sleep on the shoulder of Superman next to you. You need to be ready to make the moves and the difference. They did that in the group stage.
Yeah, they needed the Hive to just rally around the Queen Bee, or rather the King Bee in the case of Vitality. And that's what we saw from Flames. That's what we saw from Spinks. And that is such a good thing to know, that it's not just the one Musketeer. It's all 3 stepping up and delivering and shouldering the load. But for me, the big question is Spinks has done it. He's done it in an arena. He's done it in front of a big crowd. Flames hasn't done it yet. And I fear, even if we see ZywOo playing at the level he has in the past and we know he can do, if Spinks and Flames don't deliver in the fashion they have, it's not going to be easy at all for the defending champions, mind you.
It's been excellent from Spinks so far. We have to put it out there. His work on the CT side has been stellar. I think it's been a work in progress for Vitality to get the best out of him, but we have gotten to that point now. We have gotten to the point where he is one of the 5 best players in the world, and he continues to deliver. You talk about Flames, that's right. Huge X factor moving into this game. We're talking about a young kid when it comes to the stage, fresh, rookie as hell, needing to make the moves, needing to find the entries. Now we're going to have to decide, obviously, where we're going on that one. Listen, they share a whole lot of love when it comes to the maps. I don't think there's going to be any curveball being thrown out. I could be wrong, but I think the map pool is pretty much decided. The bans are relatively obvious. Now Vitality go for the Inferno. It has been a stronghold. It has been a stronghold for them. And if you're Cloud9, do you go for an overpass or a Mirage? Holy hell!
Why have we done that?
They go for Anubis.
There it is.
They pick it when they could have had him as a 3rd map.
Why have they done this?
That is a mistake. I think it's a mistake.
That's a massive
confidence,
mistake.
maybe.
That's a massive mistake. Picking Overpass. There is no way in hell Vitality would have banned out Anubis. It was supposed to be Inferno. It was supposed to be Overpass getting picked by Cloud9, and Anubis as a decider coming in. They've just been gifted.
Listen, the only way I can look at it is that Cloud9 is ready to call their own numbers on the bad side of the map. That's the only reason I can see, because they would have had to have this conversation on Mirage, which would have been the pick in my eyes. They would have had to start on the T side. Maybe they say, you know what, we don't want to deal with this. We believe in our Anubis. If we go to 3, no matter the half, no matter the side, we can pounce. And Mirage is obviously a little bit of a weakness for Vitality. It's not at the very top. So I almost feel like there is an injunction for Vitality to win 2-0. You have to put them to bed real quick. Don't let it go to Mirage.
Mirage can get messy. 100% agree with you right there. Look, you can dissect the mindset of a Cloud9, trying to throw a bit of a curveball coming in with this Anubis pick, but man, they better have their A game. And when I say A game, I'm talking about Axile. Axile is so instrumental on the CT side. They've been winning that map primarily on the CT side thanks to Axile just being so much more, playing with so much more energy, so much more fire, so to speak. So if he doesn't step up, this one's a 2-0 for Vitality, Rich.
Yeah, well, we will see. We will see. Look, guys, I'm so grateful that we got to do this and talk about it and set the scene for everyone in the arena and at home. But it is now time to introduce you to the people who will be telling this story. I am so honored for the first time in a major to throw it over to Harry and Hugo.
Thank you, Richard. The most stacked playoff bracket in Counter-Strike major history. On one side, Cloud9 looking to show they're the super team we were promised versus the reigning major champs, Vitality, trying to start CS2 off as well as they ended go.
Yeah, and I want to speak to everyone here in the arena right now, showing up on a Thursday afternoon, no less. You're about to witness history. You guys are the beating heart of this arena. You guys are the orchestra that everything is accentuated behind. So Copenhagen, make some noise!
The first round of the CS2 major playoffs in Copenhagen. It's Inferno, it's Anubis, it's Mirage, and it's Cloud9 on the T side by choice. Vitality, they've had ZywOo cold into the elimination stage, the third highest rated player. Right now, this international squad need him more than ever. For Cloud9, it's been a revolving door of entry fraggers. Power from Electronic, from Axel, from Hobbit. Who will step up today?
Well, one thing is for certain, and that's that we're going to get good numbers out of Spinks on this CT side, man. He's been the go-to. He's been the guy to watch. Him and Flames have made up for that gap in firepower from ZywOo's absence. We know that he's been feeling under the weather. We know he's not felt up to it. But he's feeling back in form here, right in time for the playoffs, and it looks like they are going to go walking into ZywOo. You said he had to start strong. And so let's see if he's got it in him. The hit is coming his way. ZywOo is on the boost. Pitch a perfect position for the point man of Vitality, but smoked out, locked out. ZywOo's got to tee up flashes. It's Apex, first point of contact. They move in, and Apex falls immediately. So now ZywOo's got to hold on, but he's waiting for his team to join him. He's waiting for reinforcements, a disaster. He wanted to be involved. He wanted to have some say-so in how this site take goes down. But instead, it's Vitality, a man down, slow on the retake here. Past the coffins. Cloud9 aren't giving them a thing. Cloud9 aren't fighting. No kills given over yet, and there's Spinks on the board. Oh, Spinks with another. Surely no more from Spinks. There's so many more players ready to help him. Messi answers back, and it's just perfecto.
Wow. That was a clinical execute from Cloud9, but cowering in the back of the site. Vitality, a man down, piece it together. What a start from Spinks. Questions on whether these players can do it on the big stage. Questions for Flames, but Spinks is undeniable. Massive opening round for Vitality. So difficult to get those retakes off. And Hobbit in the pool in a post-bomb. Well, we've seen that at a major before. A major win for Hobbit all the way back in Krakow. But Vitality deny that opening round. Captain or not, they take the pistol.
And so this bodes well. I know it's just the pistol underway, but that starts 4v5 for Vitality. They're on the back foot from the get-go. Apex got iced out at the back of the site, even as ZywOo tries to help him with the util.
It's so interesting to see Cloud9 picking T-side coming into this map, right? It's Vitality's pick. The desperate shock to the veto. Missing overpass feels like a surprise. Maybe Cloud9 feel like they're being anti-stratted, but they want to come in confident. They want to come in swinging into this quarterfinal. And the T-side is a perfect place to do it. Bomb plant allows a buy. Vitality know it's coming.
So this one is a very serious tone for Vitality. As you say, they know they're up against the guns here. Apex is undeterred by it, trying to play ahead of the curve down towards Banana.
Banana control has been a huge question in this major. Some teams electing to give it up entirely, just playing flash retake plays, never really fighting for control. But teams like G2 have been fine to send it down, take this space. Vitality opt for the latter for now. Deep smoke gives them the semblance of control, but Cloud9 playing patient, waiting to take it. Look at the freedom. 4 back to the other side. Let's hope Flames has a re-smoke back at the B site because he's got full Banana and nothing to help him with.
Yeah, in the meantime, Cloud9 are working their way out in the top middle here. But they haven't ever given up on that ambition of the late Banana control. So even as they run into Spinks, when you see him floating around over towards the long side, that just might send you away. And they always wanted to end over here at Banana. Flames is the man lying in wait. He doesn't have that smoke that you touched on earlier. Apex is moving over with it. And so timing is going to be good for Apex here. That smoke is a big problem for Cloud9.
They might not have a choice. They might have to go right through the billowing smoke. Vitality bringing in a rotation at the right second. 25 on the clock as it goes down. And third reinforcement as Cloud9 pounds.
Yeah, no choice but to go through here. They've been countered by the util. They won't get past Spinks in CT either. Flames, he's been a rock here in ZywOo's absence. This guy stepped up. Apex looking to deal the killing blow, but he can just wait. They've got him pinned into the pit. And perfecto, no clutch today.
That's a clean round for Vitality. That's everything they wanted to be. Reassuring. Flames gives it up at just the right time. And they still have 3 as Cloud9 come to the hit. Right now, looking 1D for Cloud9.
Нави?
A team that was plagued with in-game leading problems from the inception of this roster.
Типа с 7 вечера до 10 будут сидеть и
But
ждать
Boomich is
матч.
back, the capable hands of a major winner, 4 of which on Cloud9. And we need him to show that individual prowess along with the leadership if Cloud9 were ever going to take down the reigning major champs.
I mean, that's kind of the tantalizing angle to this Boomich redemption arc, right? The guy got put on blast out there, his whole life spewed out onto the internet, and then had to rebuild back from that point. Not just his brand in the game, but everything. Him as a person had to make a comeback. And he's found a home here in Cloud9. He's called the blinder so far.
I mean, Cloud9
fell down once through their run at the major.
Cloud9 have lost only 1 series on their entire circuit run. That's including the RMR, where they beat Vitality, right? They came through with only an L to Spirit. That's acceptable. This one will be delectable for Vitality. Easy kills on the pistols in middle. It was always meant to be a 3-0. Electronic delaying the inevitable. And Vitality right now building up that CT money as they should. Confident peaks from Zywu and Spinks. He's 4-0. But Cloud9, what have they got coming?
I mean, everyone's been saying Zywu's back, and this is our real look at it, right? 4-0 to open, and now he gets to don that AWP.
And I love how the desk looked at him, because again, it's major playoffs where Zywu's not looked as good as he could be, as good as he's shown us even on stages in smaller events. This is where it really matters. At those majors, where you write your legacy, and even though Vitality have 1 win in their pocket, that's not enough. Not for this team of superstars. So Zywu, time to show it. In this first gun round, Cloud9 go back to a slow banana control. Boomich opts to go back through the Molotov, not committing on his own. And Vitality play inside of the site. Got this flash set up to give Flames a kill, perhaps. He's going to go. Again, so much respect from these Molotovs. No one want to throw themselves willy-nilly alone into a 1vx fight. The trade of util comes up in favor of Cloud9. Oh.
Could be punishing, but they get ahead of the double nades.
Cloud9 are way closer than Vitality are ready for.
Well, once again, hitting that kind of 50-second mark as Cloud9 look to go back, grab the bomb, group up over here outside of B, but this time they want to be ahead of the util. They get that smoke out of Apex, and Electronic tries to play his hand through it. Apex doesn't miss a beat, and when you repel that first man in, Vitality know they've just bought themselves an extra 15, 20 seconds here with that smoke down.
Yeah, it's again looking predictable because Vitality read this. They called the bluff. Spinks moving over. Not like you need him. This 1-2 setup at the back of the site is perfection. The smoke can land on a Molotov. Cloud9 can't make Vitality uncomfortable.
Flames blinded. The flashes will work for now, and Spinks is overran. They know about this double setup in the back, and Apex is run down.
That's more like it.
Cloud9 break through a triple defense out of Vitality over towards B. And out of all the ways you could have looked to post your first round on the board, that is a nice way to do it, even though Vitality knew what was going on. Vitality go a man up off of Apex, getting that kill to Electronic. It's not enough to win them the round. That's a real feel-good moment for Cloud9 as everyone chips in to winning that one for them.
That's what their game plan has been so far, right? Just standard B executor and just trying to entry together. I think Electronic's play is understandable. He feels like he has a timing on that push as the smoke blooms, but Apex holds strong. Still, Spinks a little discombobulated, pushing before his team are ready to fight, hiding out in smokes. And a fiery round for Cloud9 to start this series. This map was never meant to be theirs, but without their safe pick of Overpass, the question is, can they long out a red-hot Vitality?
I mean, there was a way that you thought this Vito was going to go down, and Inferno was always a part of that, right, for the Vitality squad. It was Cloud9 who kind of sidestepped the Vito, changed it up. With that Anubis in at the second, and will that be a
Axel,
veto that they
patriotic
come to
goal.
regret?
Russian
Well, some answers for us. This was a safe bet map, so Cloud9 have certainly had time and a chance to prep for this. It feels like their goal is just to keep on abusing B. We've certainly seen two faces of this man on our screens right here over towards these B holds.
Ой-ой-ой, ой-ой, что же мы видим?
Axel,
Ну-ка.
is he ready?
Whoa!
Yes, flick back onto him.
Okay.
Nice.
Messi thought he had that dead to
Неплохо,
rights.
неплохо. Молодец.
And so Cloud9, we saw what they could do 4v5. What do they do now that they've got the advantage?
Oh, they take
now
one.
they take it
Хорош.
even further.
Электро.
Apex on a silver
Электро
platter.
хорош.
And I love this gamble for Vitality. It's the best they can do in this situation. They just have to hope Cloud9 misread this, overthink this, make a mistake. Cloud9 have the room to send a probe, a lurk, and just given what they've already shown us in this map, this B site has been so tantalizing. So once that bomb's picked up and Electronic makes his claim on Banana, this may just be that triple save for Vitality. Especially when you don't see a smoke blocking you at B. Cloud9 are keeping counts. They know Vitality have two more. But seeing none at this site beckons them in.
Тишина.
It feels like Boomich is calling their bluff in this instance, right? Doesn't believe, because it feels like, you know, what Apex and the Vitality boys want Cloud9 to anticipate here is that they've gone for this gamble, but over towards B. That's where all the rounds have ended. That's where all the rounds have ended for Cloud9. But they don't bite down on that bullet. Instead, it will just be Cloud9 moving into an empty B site and a three-man save forced from Vitality.
Axel and Electronic both getting their entry kills, right? Axel's was pretty phenomenal on that flick on Apartments, and he has been the biggest question mark in Cloud9 for some time. This guy was, you know, top 5 player in the world, back-to-back, last year, not even on the rankings, not even relevant. And now, even since Cologne, he's been struggling a lot on LAN, struggling a lot in CS2. He's trying to build back in, but in that elimination stage, he put up his second best LAN performance of his career.
Hello.
So a return to form for Axel at the picture-perfect time for Cloud9.
Yeah, I mean, you know, one of the most talked about problems with this Cloud9 squad was the lack of AWPer, and I think when you were looking based on recent performances, Axel was one of the front runners to be in that conversation to get cut from the squad. Feels like he has to play to prove himself. He has to play for his life in these games, and he's delivered across the board here at the major.
Yeah, that's despite a very slow start. We mentioned this in the intro as well, but the depth of firepower on Cloud9 runs so deep. Different players being able to step up at different points in different stages, really. And while Perfecto has remained consistent across both two, every other player has been a little up and down, having a strong start, slow finish, or vice versa. But if Cloud9 were ever going to upset at Vitality, we need Axel, we need Electronic.
А вот сейчас, ох, ема, сейчас уже, наверное, слишком громко. Алло. Не, нормально.
So put up or shut up for Cloud9 right now, they're answering the call.
Слимтик. Я вроде этот, ну, я хотел, так сказать, поставить на Клауда.
Деньги? Деньги?
Да. Денежки на Клауда хотел бы ставить. Но уже поздно.
Лучше бы мне бы скинул.
Какой тебе? Нельзя. Нельзя. 100 рублей ничего не сделаешь им. Ничего не купишь.
На кейс-батл.
Нельзя кидать же. Запрещено в Российской Федерации. А как закидывать теперь? Вообще нельзя, что ли?
В смысле, чё?
Ну, кейс батл нельзя вообще уже закидывать деньги? Или можно? Ну, русским.
Можно, там я что-то смотрел, минимальный теперь платеж, но временно от 300 рублей.
Ух, ёпта.
Вот так.
Ублюдки. Что это было? Ой-ой-ой. Что это, блядь? Вот, у тебя 20 хп, зачем ты пикаешь? А, он на инфу, наверное, сыграл. Наверное. Ой-ой-ой, один в один. А, патронов нету. Ой-ой-ой, Бумыч хорош, найс. Ой-ой-ой, что это такое? Ай.
Both guns run dry, and the Glock beats the Deagle on 4 health. They spammed in through the smoke. They don't stop the
Хорош,
Cloud9.
Бумбыч. Я поставлю тогда на этих, как сказать, на G2 поставлю в 10. Наверное, да, поставлю. Мне кажется, они проиграют, но поставим их. Ой-ой-ой. Ну ты видел это? Ну это просто классно было.
What kind of heat on those hands, Harry? Is it fever?
Сука, бля, сука,
6
бля.
on the Zywoo. A one-shot miss that matters most. We've only got pistols on this B side
Нахуй
right
это
now.
делал? Ага.
And getting absolutely blown to pieces.
Когда играть пойдем?
Еще мне надо алгебру культурно
Cloud9 is
написать.
slow, methodical,
Ну ладно.
painstaking T side so far, running these rounds down to the final 30 seconds every time.
And the way that that round ends is a bit of a problem for Vitality and the back and forth mind games of the game, right? Like they haven't been able to repel these B plays. They finally do it, but then they get exec on into that A site. They come short in the clutch. They're trying again to reel in this top banana control. And they
Ой-ой-ой, вот это сольный проход. 2 БС, ой, 2А остается. Все, GG. Минус 1. Да что он ставит, Аксел? Что он ставит уже?
Is not missing a beat right now.
Убил и все, и съебал.
Great time for this guy to keep it going. That elimination stage performance at 1.35 rating. And trying to drag them even further through the quarterfinal. Mezzi, this round's already decided. And not even a lick of damage from Vitality to celebrate.
Че он стоит? Ну иди и убей там, не знаю.
Ну это тактика, значит, ты же не видишь, что такими спортсмены играют.
Ну так у него дигл, а у него китов даже нету. Тактика галактика. Вот это тактика. Хватит.
Yeah, we saw him try to get last major right with that one-win squad. He came through 6 months on the team, not even in-game leading, just secondary calling. He looked really good as an individual. He proved his firepower hadn't fallen off, but that's not what you need from him in this team. Despite that, he's doing it. 7-3 on Boomage, while calling the shots and staying.
Так, все видно, да?
Now looking to lap them entirely. Got a rebuy, got an
Да.
UP, it's glass.
Вот Рикс ко мне присоединился. Что это за параша? Я его даже не подключал.
У тебя модер, блядь, почему-то.
Я не знаю вообще, кто это, что это, бля.
Vitality have won that out. It's not necessarily led to them winning rounds though.
If anything, that's the even wilder part, right? Oftentimes, it used to be the case if you were winning that banana util fight, you would go on to win the banana control, but that's not been the story.
Что это за звук?
This is going to be a very early exec and change of pace for Cloud9. They've been going for these slow.
Какой звук, типа... Ну, бля, как объяснить? Такой звук, блядь, неприятный.
Ну, когда я говорю, или что?
Не, это, наверное, в этом, как сказать, на Твиче такое.
А, ты вообще на Твиче смотришь? На Ютубе просто есть.
Да, я на Твиче смотрю. Жесткие тайминги просто. Сейчас я вернусь.
And that bomb could go anywhere. That bomb is going B. Mezzi gets dodged and Axile don't want to be in the path of this guy right now. He is a force of nature.
Forced to be reckoned with, hitting every headshot, every flick, every opener right now that Cloud9 need, getting kills on both bomb sites. Vitality feeling the burn on their map pick, their home safe map. The map they took Cloud9 down on last time. Right now, an empty CT side once we've hit rifle rounds. Cloud9 in full control. Backup banana. I mean, these anti-ecos have been a wash. Nothing of note. Nice grenades either way. And again, a triple setup, but that re-smoke again buys time. I think Vitality have had so many B stacks as well in this map. Cloud9 have defeated every single one. Is Flames ahead of it?
Yeah, he's looking to activate it, but Electronics just not today. They flash him through the smoke. Flames just looking for those few kills that bring him back into the game. But Electronic, he spams, he wins, and so he just keeps going back for it.
There's a time to call it off. 2 lone players for Cloud9. Let your high health players entry now and keep this round as clean as can be. Keep that boot to the neck. Spinks, can he save them yet again?
He's been the consistency. He's been the guy for Vitality to keep their dream of getting to this position alive in spite of ZywOo's absence. And so Spinks trying to get us all believing. 1 kill on the Deagle already. ZywOo offering up assistance with the flashbang, but Spinks is going to go above and beyond, chases the kills at Banana, but can't get away with it. ZywOo smoked off now. This one's coming out of the final few seconds. Spam on the smoke. Close! Bomb plot denied! ZywOo's trying to steal the round away. ZywOo's trying to do it solo, but Perfecto just dodges capture. And so it's another one of these clutches for Messi. Another clutch that might just slip through the fingers of Vitality. Cloud9 keeps shutting them down. And since that pistol, since the anti-ecos, Vitality haven't found a thing.
And it's not even close. Losing unwinnable clutches. Cloud9 keep this colossal T-side building. 2 timeouts used already for the Vitality squad. We're not even through that first half. There was a chance, a glimmer of hope on that bomb denial. A perfect reposition. And even Axel turning from that Deagle push of Spinks makes it very hard to hit the helmet. No clean kills, only damage. This has got to be it. We've got to see Vitality make a move, make a play, get ZywOo involved. They tried that mid boost earlier on. Cloud9 haven't touched the AWP. Why not? This is the best map to avoid it on that T side.
Even this stat line right here is a huge problem, right? We said how consistent Spinks has found himself, how he's kind of been the backbone of this Vitality run through the majors so far. Well, currently Axel, half of his kills are on Spinks, half of his kills are shut down one man. Through the smoke, they're sacrificed to Flames. But that's going to trigger a bit of a response out of Cloud9. Faster rotate away from B.
Into who, you ask? Into the Woo.
This has got to be his moment. This has got to be his time. Right place, right time for it. ZywOo finds one on the AWP. Cloud9 still look undeterred. They want to follow through with this. Great off angle for Spinks.
Won't be clearing this first. ZywOo coming to them. Spinks is going to crunch at the same time. That smoke up does nothing to deny the inevitable Vitality 5v2. Slaughter Cloud9. Axel can't save them here, surely. This one is too far gone.
Finally shutting Axel down. You can see he's feeling it, man. The snappy aim back to long, but can't expect him to offer up anything in that moment. 11 points of health, 1v3. His team churned up over in mid. And that's a nice turning point for Vitality. They finally shut down one of these rounds where, even though they find the opener, that's not been safe in the past. I think that's one of Boomic's great qualities, actually, is he's so good at having solutions and contingency plans in place. So even if they don't win that first fight, there's always more to go off of. We even saw him doing that back in the old Na'Vi. Now he's doing it here in Cloud9.
Yeah, remember, it's not just 4 major winners for Cloud9, it's a core of a major winning squad. All those years ago in Stockholm, we're not far from it now. Cloud9 trying to right their wrongs. Can Vitality build off of a single round in a piece of nowhere? Apex 1 for 1, there's still Flames to help. And he has been solid at giving up, going back to this B bomb site, not overextending. So again, the call must be made for Cloud9. They don't know about this stack right now. It's that dice roll to avoid it. Hit the nail on the head every time before. Can they knock that nail into the coffin of Vitality? Oh, huge play.
Re-aggro back in a mid. I mean, this was how they found the success last round, right? That decision to group and fight for the top mid control, and this time they've hit the golden window. Spinks in with the backstab, and right now no one's looking. Spinks has got the round on a platter right here, takes out that first man and then disappears. A ghostly apparition.
There's no time to chase this kill unless they want to save for the final round of the half, but Cloud9 have almost unlimited money. They need to go, they need to commit into the site, into Flames.
Flames still want to get past, but Vitality have left him here all alone. They were rotating over, but something called it off, and so for now, Flames is in this all
Так,
alone.
но пока его нет, я его заменяю. За нами наблюдает целый зритель. Это да. Меня, кстати, слышно?
The time gets away from them.
Да, слышно. Так, я как комментирую? А, у вас.
It doesn't even matter. Not really. It's a calamity for Cloud9 trying to clear everything.
Да
They don't
ничего.
have time for that.
They just don't believe they
Можем
were given
пойти
the site
играть.
for free. They don't believe it. They don't buy.
It's a perfect call for Vitality. 4v2, they can
Fun,
play the
fun.
retake. They've already shown they can do it man down. Why not 2 men up? Use that util, go in as a unit rather than offer up Cloud9 a kill. That's a really nice call, but Cloud9 definitely cooked the books. Beyond belief on the B site. And Groove has got to calm them down right now. Cloud9's first time out in
Я
this map.
выигрываю.
That's a sign of a few nerves, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it was Hobbit, not the man you would expect those, to get to him. Picked up a major, 7 years ago?
Yeah. Most experienced player on this team. Having a world-beating performance at this very major. On a map, he took his trophy. Rare to see, but Cloud9, it's all about how you brush it off and keep going.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing for them here, right? They were very much in control on this T side. They felt unbeatable. They were countering everything Vitality were doing, and now that's all kind of been called into question. Even the pause, it's letting Vitality know they're building back into this one.
Тогда скажи, как будешь готов в одну.
They didn't put up a single rifle round since they found success in the pistol until just a couple ago. But now they're streaking them together.
Still have like this pace of Cloud9, but it looks like they want to make plays earlier for a change. Trying to change their tune and their timing. They know where ZywOo sits. Bearing down on the angle. And even Spinks moving in, a risky reposition. This is a mollyable spot. Cloud9 about to come through.
Dodges the flash, Spinks, new position, double up, and that rotate in from ZywOo's orb. That could have been the killing blow in this round, but the shot just sails past Electronic. And so Cloud9 is still very much in this one. ZywOo and Mezzi to get past, but that smoke makes life a little more awkward. Mezzi holds the close angle. ZywOo watches on from afar on that AWP, but this has got to be some combat AWPing from ZywOo. Shots rally through the smoke, but nothing connects yet. Right now, Cloud9 don't feel safe to plant that bomb, and this is wasting precious time. Another miss from that AWP, but third time's the charm. And Flames gets there in time. Vitality embark on a streak to tie up this game heading into the second half.
Yeah, they wake up, they roll out of bed just in time to give us something on this CT side. It's not bad, especially considering how it started. But there were those shaky moments, and no denying we've had Cloud9 players come to play in this must-win matchup, this opening playoff game for this first CS2 major. We want it competitive. That's what we're getting. And now we swap sides. That eternal question of the Cloud9 AWP on CT half. I wonder if it will come through. If so, who's donning it? It's been a map-dependent play. Boomich more often than not, but we've even seen Perfecto Hobbit take it at times. So he's not looking like a world beater, but he's doing just enough.
Certainly room for this to be a pacier start, and I mean, they've given ZywOo that P250. They want to bring him into the game.